Hi everyone, this is Scrappy Kathy, and I'm doing this as kind of a one-off video to show the very last layout. I think it'll be the last layout that I can do with my Counterfeit Kit Club April kit. In my leavings, I have this Bella Boulevard paper with strawberries on one side and pink flowers on the other side. I don't have anything in mind to do with that just yet. And I have this other Bella Boulevard paper, Secrets of the Sea. It has cute little fish on the other side. And this dot, I have a piece of white cardstock, so I thought I'd do something like this and then use this other Bella Boulevard, Oh My Stars paper, somehow as a border. To be determined. Not sure, don't have a photo in mind, don't have any idea what I'm going to do there. The other full sheet of paper that I had was this little yellow bicycle, embossed paper and glazed. I think it's called Baby Safari. And I love it and have been hoarding it. Didn't know what to do with it, didn't really want to cut it up. And I've debated whether to do the cutting up, but I don't know if you can see, there are, in addition to these multicolored large dots, some of which have embossed frames around. There's also embossing, and this one's a really cute giraffe. So didn't want to cut that one up, didn't want to cut up the lion, didn't really even want to do anything. So I'm going to use it whole. And I've got this photograph of my grandson getting a birthday present. He was a huge Beatles fan, and this, I believe, was his 5th birthday, and I got him I framed a photo of the Beatles, and he was so proud of that. That was his best birthday present. So he's moved on to rap these days, but I prefer to remember the Beatle years. So I've cut that into a circle. The other photo I'm going to use is actually a scan of a drawing that he did. This was his drawing style. He's a very talented artist these days, but this is how it started. So I thought I'd leave that square. I've obviously cut off pictures of his little brother and big sister in this one because to make him the focal point of that photo. So I'm thinking of, placing the photo maybe offset on that one pink circle, and I thought I might use this one somewhere down here and then attach some journaling or embellishments or whatever to that. I have other pattern papers. This was a 3x4 card, cut apart card on the other side of this paper, and I'm going to cut a circle out of it and probably use it over here on the green and pop it up. So that's one thing killed. I also have this multicolor, let me get more to the green and yellow side of that. Although it has that orange, let me do that. I've already cut, so shame on me. I'll do that and put that, I don't know, maybe over there. What I may do is cut a half circle to have like it's hanging off the page. Let's see what we can do here. I just want to capture some of that orange color. Let me do that, and I could maybe do it up here across those. So I'm just playing, I have no idea where I'm going with this, but that's kind of the point. I do most of my process videos after I've done a fair amount of planning. Here I'm cutting another circle of this, and because this is about a kid's birthday party, and we actually had the party later retired to the pool, and I don't have, at least not printed, I don't have any pictures of that. I'm going to say, I'm going to still save this. Well, actually, I may save the whole thing because those two circles could be used as frames on another page. So let me put that back in. And I don't think I'm going to use this. I have probably 3/4 of a sheet of the green dotted Swiss cardstock, but at least for this page, I'm not going to use that. I've got some in the embellishments area. I've got cork hearts, a pink kind of label circle. I've got these small scraps and this book of stickers. So I'm going to work right now and kind of talk a little bit as we go along. I'm going to, as I said, put this, there is some embossing here on this. Let me get this out of the way. There's some embossing here. Let me get this adjusted so that we can see a little bit better. I'm probably going to place this here, touching those circles. There's a little embossing there, but it's not really obscuring any picture that's worth preserving. I'm going to cut a somewhat semi-circular shape of the foam to go behind the photo, and I do want the photo kind of right here. I may use this to set that off, maybe make it a triple. How about something like that? Yeah, like that. I will glue that down flat. Because of the embossing, it's a little bit raised. And then I'll do this here. So that kind of sets that as a focal point. I'm going to do this the dotty circle over by this blue, and I'm hoping that it brings some attention to the giraffe, and I may actually add an arrow pointing to it just as an accent. Okay, here, I don't know if you can see that. Yes, in the embossing here are some fish. So I'm going to add some fish to this, maybe down here. Try it with just one pop dot. So good, that goes there, and it's close enough to these fish to kind of continue that theme. I have this green leaf pattern that I really like, and I want to put it somewhere where it makes sense. The obvious choice would be to stick it over this green, but there are a few too many circles going on around in that area. So I thought I might do it over here to add some green to this blue, yellow, and orange block that we have going on there. And now I'm looking for, and not finding, there it is, my little half circle. And I thought what I might do is add it here. And I may I'll do it flat and hang it off a little bit so that I can slice that off with my trimmer later. Okay, now I'm going to say that on this layout, because I don't have much, normally I would use these as layers behind a photo. And I'm not going to put any layers behind my squared edge photo. I'm not going to do anything here except maybe some embellishments. I've got this pink circle-y label. As I do with all such circles, I tend to cut them in half and use them as layering pieces. I'll probably layer this one right in here. Another place to layer. I might do that and then add a cork heart to this. If you can see what I'm doing there. Okay, I've got that there. And because I used a heart near that label, I'll be consistent and use one here. Don't want to cover it up too much. Okay, so now I've got everything laid down, even a couple embellishments. I'm going to set those hearts aside. Let me look through the sticker book. There was definitely ice cream involved in that party, so I'm going to see if I like this chill sticker anywhere. I could kind of slide it under there, and it shows it's overlapping this blue circle, and it shows a little bit, but you can still read the word chill, and you can kind of still identify what it is. I just to let you know, I like this "Hey, good looking" as a possible title, so I'm going to kind of hold off on doing any other title. Let's see what we have. We have the infamous, well, there are a whole bunch more little ice cream cones. There's another bicycle, a Stay Sweet, Wonderful Life. I like the Wonderful Life. I like the camera. Let me get this. Well, let's see, the cameras I have. The cameras are this peachy coral color. And I've got another couple of them here. One is purple and lavender, kind of an orchid color, and the other is aqua. And for no particular reason, I'm going to go with the aqua. The aqua is not a color that's represented in these circles. There's a darkish blue, a lighter blue, neither of them aqua. This is the closest you get. Kind of that darker blue is a little bit teal. But what I'm going to do is kind of tag this here, because I have already introduced this aqua color in this little polka dot piece. So not right up there, but maybe right here. I'll kind of get that, put that at a little bit of an angle. And let's try this "Hey, good looking." Here's some other possible titles. I like the "Yes, please." Let's go with "Yes, please." The other possibility is just the word "really." Really. And in my journaling, I could support that with, yes, he was really a Beatles fan. And he knew the words to all the songs. In 2008, when I retired, he and his sisters stood on chairs in the reception hall where my retirement party was held, and they sang "Help" by the Beatles. That was their favorite song. He actually preferred "The Night Before." Okay, so here we go. We have the word "really," and it's somewhat layered over. It's kind of green ombreing down to yellowish, and I have it over green, but it's a little bit different, and it's raised and textured, so it's very readable. It is to me. I hope it is to you. So that goes there, and then I'm going to use the "Hey, good looking" just as an accent. It's not big enough to and if anyone has any particular secrets other than having better fingernails for lifting these things, I'd like to. Okay, here we'll go. I might do that one layered on here. Can you read it? My big problem with clear stickers is for them to be readable. That looks like it'll work. And let's see what other embellishments we have. I thought I'd do okay, his birthday is in September, so summer vibes might work, but I like this "real deal." Since we've used "really" as our title, I want to make this into a cluster, but I'm kind of holding back. Let me actually go back and say the cluster might be enhanced by the addition of this cork heart. I don't want to hide the popsicle stick entirely. Okay, so for now that's going to work. And where do I put this "real deal"? Maybe here. And I'll put, what I'm doing here is I'm layering the "deal" over the orange and the "real" up over the white. So it reads like that. And see, I've got another word "real" here. Let me actually pull a heart that matches the title, and then I'll take something that somewhat contrasts and layer it over that. That's maybe a little distracting with the stripes there. I'd rather do this over. Let's do it here over that solid, and then here we go. Let's see if we can make this work. That's got the heart somewhat over the yellow and the white and the orange, and then I'll do this. I wish I had that bright pink color. Let me go back on the peach, and I'll pick an orange. And it's the angle of it makes it look like it would be more appropriate here. And then I'll do this one here. Okay, that's done. I'm liking these two little teal colored hearts, and I think I'm going to put them here as part of that cluster. Okay, now I'm going to just pick small images to use as layering pieces behind some of the circles. And I'm suspending all disbelief in this process, and I'm layering them for color and interest and not significance to the story. So there's enough that kind of does fit the story. There's a sticker here with some of that rose gold look on it, so let me put that there. I really don't want to neglect this cluster up here, and I'm really thinking about putting that bicycle up there. And because the two circles that the bicycle wheels will hit will be yellow, they should look, it shouldn't be too distracting to have this image over the circles. What I'm questioning is whether the rest of the bicycle, okay, does that, it's not straight. The bicycle is at a tilt. It looks like it's tilting down. Fortunately, these stickers are easy to pick up. Let me do this, where the handlebars just barely go over. Okay, and what I like about that is these reddish flowers layer right over the orange. Okay, I think I may have enough there other than these little tiny enamel hearts. I thought I'd layer some of them in appropriate colors over the cork hearts. I never intended for those cork hearts to live there by themselves. Let's see, I think a yellow would be good over this one. And then where's our other cork heart is there. And let's see, what color do we need? We could do that lighter blue, and I have a large-ish one there. Okay, so I'm going to call this finished. I will do the journaling about how much he loved the Beatles and about his crazy drawing style. I will slice this off why don't we do that now? What I do, and it doesn't always work perfectly. I've got some dimensional things on the other side, so I can't guarantee. Okay, that's sliced well, so yay. Okay, so we have a very simple page where the background paper does most of the work. It has pretty much all of the interest you would need, and I think I've done a fairly decent job without having a design in mind of making the photo the focal point. Actually, let me do another couple of hearts. I'm going to go with this darker blue here. And I haven't used an orange, and that would make a nice contrast. Okay, there. That kind of silly, but a little thing like that completes it for me. So we've got this kind of hanging out here by itself, and that's okay. We've got the ice cream bar and the hearts there. We've got a little tiny cluster here because we want the artwork to be the focus there. Real deal. I'll probably work my journaling in. I have no idea. Honestly, I have no idea. Sometimes when I have no idea where to put the journaling and I don't want to cover anything else up on the page, I do a pull up from behind. I make a pocket on the back of the layout, and then slide the journaling in and have a little tab where you can pull up. Maybe I can work that in with this circle. Maybe I'll have the other half or another circle cut out of that same paper if I have enough, and it'll make a tab sticking up over here, and you'll pull that up. So I'll stop the video here. I'll publish the page in the Counterfeit Kit Challenge group on Facebook, And I think this is number 6 from my April kit. And as you saw at the beginning, I probably have enough to do another page. I just have to find the right photo. So thank you, Scrappy Kathy out.